target for today is I can draw different types of lines. I'll know I've succeeded when I've created a new work of art with a variety of lines and a line drawing of an animal. Here's our project for today. You'll see a background filled with a variety of lines, zigzags and swirls, and polka dots and dashes. We will be creating this backdrop with lines, and then we're going to do a line drawing of an animal. I've chosen a raccoon to draw, but you are free to choose whatever animal you would like to put in the middle of your drawing. To begin, you're going to need a piece of paper, crayons, and markers. I'm using a half sheet of paper, and I would encourage you to do that too. Start by putting a dot in the very middle of the paper. From there, we're going to be drawing lines out to the outside edge. So pick a color of marker that you would like to use and start drawing a type of line from the dot in the middle to the outside edge. As you can see, I'm drawing some zigzag lines from the middle of the paper to the outside edge. Feel free to use as many colors as you would like. Feel free to change the type of line more than what I'm doing. But all I want to see is lots and lots of lines. We're not coloring anything in yet. We're just adding lines. I'm going to speed the video up a little bit, and you can notice all the different lines I'm adding to my project. Let's see what you can create. I've finished adding all of my lines, and now I'm ready to add color. This is where you'll need crayons. Find crayons that match the marker color fairly closely. You're always welcome to color it in a little differently, but for this activity, I think you'll really like how it looks. As you can see, I'm matching up the crayons with the marker color. Close. They're not going to be exact, but fairly close. From there, I'm going to start coloring just that little section of line with the color of crayon I've chosen. Okay, as you can see, I've laid out some crayons, and I'm starting with a pink color. Notice that my crayon is going in the same direction back and forth. And do you see how the marker stands out even though I'm using the crayon on top of it? You're going to continue coloring it in this way, leaving that spot in the middle. Don't worry that it doesn't have any color on it. We'll cover it up in a bit. But you're just going to continue coloring over your marker until your whole page is colored. Now it's time to create the line drawing of an animal. We're calling this a line drawing because we're just using a single marker and we're not necessarily coloring it in or adding other details that we might normally do when we are drawing an animal. If you would like to draw a raccoon, like the one I've drawn here, stay tuned and I'll teach you how. Grab your small piece of paper and begin by putting a small dot in the center of the paper, a little further up from the very middle. From there, I'm going to draw 2 lines out from that dot, tracing mine over to make it a little darker. That dot that we put there is the raccoon's nose. Once I have those lines, I'm going to connect them as though I'm drawing a rainbow right over the top of the nose. I'm also adding in some small ears that are on the sides of the head. And I'm adding a detail inside the ear. Remember, you can stop this, pause this video at any time to give you a chance to catch up. I've added some little furry hair on top, but this is when you will kind of decide what you want to add on your raccoon. I'm also added in the eyes, spaced out on each side of the nose, and I need to draw on that mask that the raccoon wears. I'm not actually doing it all the way across, and I'm not coloring it in. Remember, these are just line drawings. So I have the raccoon's head. I'm going to give him a bit of a chin under those cheeks and a little smile. All right, there we go. Okay, so now for the body. Now, keep in mind, you can draw yours differently. This is just one way to do it. An easy body is to do a big letter U under the head, and then draw in some little front paws crossing over the belly. I then want to add a little tummy for him, so I'm going to draw a line that's another U shape that goes underneath the paws. At least I've made it look like it does. I'm drawing in some little feet. And lastly, I'm going to need a nice big tail. So pick a side for your tail, whichever side you have a little more room on, and draw a nice big puffy tail. Now raccoons kind of have stripes on their tails, so I'm going to add in some stripes. Okay, and I will probably fill in just a little. I'm not filling it in completely, but just giving it a little bit of hash marking so that it looks like it would be darker. And there we have it. The next thing I need to do is cut out the animal. Now, if you've drawn a raccoon, you're going to have to be very careful going around the big tail and around the body. If you've drawn another animal, cut that one out very carefully. We're doing a bit of a bubble cut, but really wanting it to be as close to the lines that you drew as possible. Now that you have it cut out, you're ready to place it in the middle of your art project. Grab some glue, glue stick or regular white glue works great, and put some on the back of your drawing. Then place it in the middle and turn your paper over to give it a good back rub. That'll help the glue stick better. Once you're finished, your project is complete. Well done.